Okay, let's begin. Um, Hi everybody. This will be a quick revision of Indian Patent Act section parts. Only the sections will be revised here. Indian Patent Act, revision of sections. Total chapters 23. Total section 163. Chapter 1 Preliminary. Section 1 Short title, extent, commencement. Section 2 Definitions and interpretations. Chapter 2 Inventions not patentable. Section 3 What are not inventions? Section 4 Inventions relating to atomic energy not patentable. Section 5 omitted. Chapter 3 Section 6 to 11 Applications for patents. Section 6 Persons entitled to apply for patents. Section 7 Form of application. Section 8 Information and undertaking regarding foreign applications. Section 9 Provisional and complete specifications. Section 10 Contents of specifications. Section 11 Priority dates of claims of a complete specification. Chapter 4 Sections 11 to 24 Publication and examination of applications. Section 11A Publication of applications. Section 11B Request for examination. Section 12 Examination of applications. Section 13 Search for anticipation by previous publication and by prior claims. Section 14 Consideration of the report of examiner by controller. Section 15 Power of controller to refuse or require amended applications, etc. in certain cases. Section 16 Power of controller to make orders respecting division of application. Section 17 Power of controller to make orders respecting dating of application. Section 18 Power of controller in case of anticipation. Section 19 Power of controller in case of potential infringement. Section 20 Power of controller to make orders regarding substitution of applicants, etc. Section 21 Time for putting application in order for grant. Section 22 to 24 are omitted. Chapter 4A omitted. Section 24A to 24F omitted. Chapter 5 Sections 25 to 28 Opposition proceedings to grant of patents. Section 25 Opposition to the patent. Section 26 In case of obtaining, controller may treat the patent as the patent of opponent. Section 27 omitted. Section 28 Mention of inventor as such in patent. Chapter 6 Section 29 to 34 Anticipation. Section 29 Anticipation by previous publication. Section 30 Anticipation by previous communication to government. Section 31 Anticipation by public display, etc. Section 32 Anticipation by public working. Section 33 Application by use and publication after provisional specification. Section 34 No anticipation if circumstances are only as described in sections 29, 30, 31 and 32. Chapter 7 Sections 35 to 42 Provisions for secrecy of certain inventions. Section 35 Secrecy direction related to inventions relevant for defense purposes. Section 36 Secrecy directions to be periodically reviewed. Section 37 Consequences of secrecy directions. Section 38 Revocation of secrecy directions and extent of patent. Extent of time. Extension of time. Section 39 Residents not to apply for patent outside India without prior permission. Section 40 Liability for contravention of Section 35 or Section 39. Section 41. Finality of order of controller and central government. Section 42. Saving respecting disclosure to government. Chapter 8. Section 43 to 53. Grant of patent and rights conferred thereby. Section 42. Grant of patents. Section 44. Amendment of patent granted to deceased applicant. Section 45. Date of patent. Section 46. Form, extent and effect of patent. Section 47. Grant of patent to be subject to certain conditions. Section 48. Rights of patentees. Section 49. Patent rights not infringed when used on foreign vessels, etc., temporarily or accidentally in India. Section 50. Right of co-owner of patents. Section 51. Power of controller to give directions to co-owners. Section 52. Grant of patent to true and first inventor where it has been obtained by another in fraud of him. Section 53. Term of patent. Chapter 9. Sections 54 to 56. Patents of addition. Section 54. Patent of addition. Section 55. Term of patent of addition. Section 56. Validity of patent of addition. Chapter 10. Sections 57 to 59. Amendment of application and specifications. Sections 57. Amendment of application and specification or any document related thereto before controller. Section 58. Amendment of specification before appellate board or high court. Section 59. Supplementary provisions as to amendment of application or specification. Chapter 11. Section 60 to 62. Restoration of lapsed patent. Section 60. Applications for restoration of lapsed patent. Section 61. Procedure for disposal of applications for restoration of lapsed patents. Section 62. Rights of patentee of lapsed patent which have been restored. Chapter 12. Section 63 to 66. Surrender and revocation of patents. Section 63. Surrender of patents. Section 64. Revocation of patents. Section 65. Revocation of patents or amendment of complete specification on direction from government in case relating to atomic energy. Section 66. Revocation of patent in public interest. Chapter 13. Section 67 to 72. Register of patents. Section 67. Register of patents and particular to be entered therein. Section 68. Assignments etc. not to be valid unless in writing and duly executed. Section 69. Registration of assignments, transmissions etc. Section 70. Power of registered grantee or proprietor to deal with patent. Section 71. Ratification of register by appellate board. Section 72. Register to be open for inspection. Chapter 14. Section 73 to 76. Patent Office and its establishment. Section 73. Controller and other offices. Section 74. Patent Office and its branches. Section 75. Restrictions on employees of Patent Office as to right or interest in patent. Section 76. Officer and employees not to furnish information etc. Chapter 15. Section 77 to 81. Power of controller generally. Section 77. Controller to have certain power of a civil code. Section 78. Power of controller to correct clerical errors etc. Section 79. Evidence how to be given and power of controller in respect thereof. Section 80. Exercise of discretionary power by controller. Section 81. Disposal by controller of applications for extension of time. Chapter 16. Section 82 to 98. Working of patent, compulsory license and revocation. Section 82. Definition of patent articles and patentee. Section 83. General principle applicable to working of patented invention. Section 84 compulsory licenses. Section 85 revocation of patent by controller for non-working. Section 86 power of controller to adjourn application for compulsory licenses etc. in certain cases. Section 87 procedure for dealing with application under section 84 and 85. Section 88 power of controller in granting compulsory licenses. Section 89 general purpose for granting compulsory licenses. Section 90 terms and conditions of compulsory licenses. Section 91 licensing of related patents. Section 92 special provision for compulsory licenses on notification by central government. Section 92A compulsory license for export of patented pharmaceutical products in certain exceptional circumstances. Section 93 order for license to operate as a deed between parties concerned. Section 94 termination of compulsory license. Section 95 to 98 are omitted. Chapter 16 Section 82 to 98 Working of patent, compulsory licenses and revocation. Section 82 definition of patented article and patentee. Section 83 general principle applicable to working of patented invention. Section 84 I think we have already done this part. Chapter 18 Section 104-115 Suits concerning infringement of patents. Section 104 Jurisdiction. Section 104A Burden of proof in case of suit concerning infringement. Section 105 Power of court to make declaration as to non-infringement. Section 106 Power of court to grant relief in case of regardless threats of infringement. Power of controller to grant relief in case of groundless threats of infringement proceeding. Section 107 Defenses etc. in suit for infringement. Section 107A certain acts not to be considered as infringement. Section 108 Reliefs in suit for infringement. Section 109 Right of exclusive license to take proceedings against infringement. Section 110 Right of licensee under Section 84 to take proceedings against infringement. Section 111 Restriction on power of court to grant damages or account of profit for infringement. Section 112 omitted. Section 113 Certificate of validity of specification and cost of subsequent suit for infringement thereof. Section 114 Relief for infringement of partially valid specification. Section 115 Scientific advisors. Chapter 19 Section 116 to 124 omitted. Chapter 20 Section 118 to 124 Penalties. Section 118 Contravention of secrecy provisions relating to certain invention. Section 119 Falsification of entries in register etc. Section 120 Unauthorized claim of patent right. Section 124 Wrongful use of word patent office. Section 122 Refusal and failure to supply information. Section 123 Practice by non-registered patent agents. Section 124 Offences by companies. Chapter 21 Section 125 to 132 Patent agents. Section 125 Register of patent agent. Section 126 Qualifications for registration as patent agent. Section 127 Rights of patent agents. Section 128 Subscription and verification of certain document by patent agent. Section 129 Restrictions on practice as patent agents. Section 130 Removal from register of patent agent and restoration. Section 131 Power of controller to refuse to deal with certain agents. Section 132 Saving in respect of other person authorized to act as agents. Chapter 22. Section 133 to 139 International Arrangements. Section 133 Convention Countries. Section 134 Notification as to countries not providing for reciprocity. Section 135 Convention Applications. Section 136 Special Provision relating to Convention Applications. Section 137 Multiple Priorities. Section 138 Supplementary Provision as to Convention Applications. Section 139 Other Provision of Act to apply to Convention Application. Chapter 23 Section 140 to 163 Miscellaneous. Section 140 Avoidance of certain restrictive condition. Section 141 Determination of certain contracts. Section 142 Fees. Section 143 Restriction upon publication of specification. Section 144 Reports of examiners to be confidential. Section 145 Publication of official journal. Section 146 Power of controller to call for information from patentees. Section 147 Evidence of entries, documents, etc. Section 148 Declaration by infant, lunatic, etc. Section 149 Service of notices, etc. by post. Section 150 Security for costs. Section 151 Transmission of orders of court to controller. Section 152 omitted. Section 153 Information relating to patents. Section 154 Loss or destruction of patents. Section 155 Report of controller to be placed before Parliament. Section 156 Patent to bind government. Section 157 Right of government to sell or use fortified articles. Section 157 Protection of security of India. Section 158 Power of High Court to make rules. Section 159 Power of central government to make rules. Section 160 Rules to be placed before the Parliament. Section 161 omitted. Section 162 repealed. Section 163 omitted. The end.